The Nashville Network presents Tennessee Ernie Ford, 50 Golden Years. A salute to America's #1 bee picker. Starring Ernie's friends, Jim Lang, George Lindsay, Minnie Pearl, George Goebel, Cliffy Stone, Molly Bee, the Everly Brothers, Dinah Shore, Della Reese, with special appearances by Andy Griffith, Roy Clark, the cast of Hee Haw, along with Lloyd Wells and the NBC Orchestra. Now, meet tonight's master of ceremonies, Mr. Dating Game himself, and Ernie's old sidekick, Jim Lang.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and good evening. Well, this year, Tennessee Ernie Ford marks his 50th year in the entertainment business, the golden anniversary. A great assembly of stars, Ernie's friends, are here tonight to celebrate that milestone, to relive the memories of those 50 years, the music, the laughter, the many pleasures that Ernie has given to the world. Now, we've kept Ernie away from the planning of this event, so he doesn't know what's about to come. Everything is in place. The hour is here to meet the man we honor tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Tennessee Ernie Ford!
I don't know how I feel right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ern, you don't know what's in store for you tonight, do you?
No.
But we're going to show what you've been doing for the past 50 years.
All of it?
The place of honor awaits you. Your family and closest associates are right there, Ernie. And they're ready to share this night with you, and what a night it's going to be. Have a seat and just enjoy it.
Thank you.
Well, the stage is all set, Ernie. The lights, the cameras, the action, and, of course, the memories. 50 golden years coming up. Stay with us, America. We'll be right back. What are the roots of this giant talent? So we asked one of the people who know you best, Ernie, to go to your hometown and reveal to us your start in this world. So watch the big screen, everybody. Here now with a special report is our own foreign correspondent. Come in, George Lindsay, wherever you are.
Good evening. I'm George Lindsay, and this is Bristol. Bristol, Tennessee, where it all started for Ernie. The old hometown, the place where stars are born. We're standing here on State Street. See, now there's a line that goes right down the middle, and it divides Virginia and Tennessee. Ernie was born in Tennessee. If he had been born on that side, tonight we would be honoring Virginia Ford. To get the real feel for Ernie's beginnings, we needed to talk to some local people. Howdy. Howdy. I'm George Lindsay, and I'm doing a TV investigative report, and I want to ask your remembrances about Ernest Ford, Bristol's favorite son.
Well, to sit up there for him, sniff more than I sat up there for us 20 when I was stomping for him and snoring, and I know that.
Well, brother wants to know, you ain't from the government, are you?
No. I'm not from the government. You do remember Ernest Ford.
Well, sit up there for him, snip out and tore to see him with lots and lots of stones back in the hill.
Well, remember him. Never forget him. Never. Say, whatever happened to Ernest? We figured he must be doing time somewhere.
He's been in show business for 60 years.
Had a lot alone a sin up there for it, me and the sin big slide with me.
Ernie spent a good part of his early life living in this very house. Well, I talked to the folks who lived here after the Fords. They couldn't tell me much, but they did do one thing. They gave me this trombone they found in the attic. It belonged to Ernie, and he played it in high school, the high school band. I bet he never knew what happened to his horn. Hey, wait a minute. No wonder he started singing. He didn't have his horn. This is an important find. I've got to get this back to Ford. It could add years to his career. I'm out of here. Clearly, the young Ernest Ford was a man going places. And so am I. My flight is about to depart for Los Angeles. I hope my report has given you a deeper and clearer insight into the understanding of Ernie's real roots. This is George Lindsay taking you back to the big show in Burbank. Hey, trombone!
Hello, I'm Minnie Pearl, and I'm just so proud to be here. Ernie left the beautiful hills of Tennessee many, many years ago. I've known him and worked with him for most of those years and loved him. What exciting years they've been for you, Ern. Performing for great audiences all over the world. 6 presidents of the United States, including Ronald Reagan, who awarded Ernie the highest civilian honor in America, the Medal of Freedom. Also, his history-making tour of the Soviet Union, not to mention the hundreds of thousands of people he's entertained, from state fairs to grand music halls right here in America, earning him 3 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for radio, records, and television. Tennessee Ernie Ford, a class act.
Oh, thank you, Minnie. God bless you, hon.
Ladies and gentlemen, Minnie Pearl. This is one of television's most historic studios. More laughter has been heard in this room than any place I know. And Ernie had his share of those laughs, too. Every week for 5 years, this is where he did the Thursday night Ford show for NBC. And when he wasn't doing, of course, his daily show on CBS Radio from a studio just up the street, which gave him enough time to do his daily radio show from ABC from a studio across the street. Ernie, what kind of an agent did you have?
I had one that gave me regular work.
Well, tonight, let's relive some of those very funny moments. Take a look at this.
Did you ever see the way the teenagers communicate with each other nowadays? Have you seen these things? For instance, you may have seen these, you know. Mother, my ponytail's too tight. Here's one that's pretty funny. Mister, would you call your dog? Pig taters, you've got to bore a hole through the potato a long way. Now, we use a 5/8 inch bit.
We use a 3/4 inch bit at that house. You get more pig in your tater.
Yeah, that's it. And you hold the tater real tight now, and then you kind of take it right here in the middle, and then you start in. Oh, maybe you better tell the girls.
Oh, yeah, well, Ernie, along about this time, I think I'd better tell the girls something.
Yeah.
While you're doing this, girls, you ought to be awful careful about you can't get the tater too close to you. You're liable to get more into your work than you figured.
Now, you want to cram the hole in that tater full of this good sausage.
I wish we'd tried this on rehearsal. That's the only thing.
Well, don't tip it out. Mine's falling out. Hold it up. And cram it good and full and good and tight. We're hurrying. We're hurrying. There is a way to fix pig taters real quick. You want to show them?
Yeah, let's do
All right,
that.
you go ahead and get
Okay, here we go.
I'll tell you what you do. You walk right up, tap her on the shoulder, and when she turns around, you say, pucker up, baby.
George, I can't just bald-faced walk right up to a girl and say that. I'd come all to pieces.
Girls are just soft boys, Ern. Go on. That's good for them. That makes Americans out of them.
Well, I don't...
What was it? Pucker up, baby.
Oh, boy, what a line.
It's not mine, it's his. That's the same old gun I used when I had John Payne on the show, and there's nothing to it. Blanks.
Well, he told me that... Got him writing a secret word.
Well, you don't eat that part, do you?
I always had to when company came. We're gonna barrel right through Dusty Hole Junction. Through what? Dusty Hole Junction. Didn't know it was gonna be that dusty here. We're gonna take a shortcut right across Rio Grande River.
Oh, no, take the bridge.
Ernie's holiday specials were always just that, special. And there was never any doubt that the Christmas spirit was alive and well on the Ford show. Ernie's son, Brian, had enough to go around for everyone, especially his dad.
I'm going to send you 8 by 8 because 8 is the 8 that stood at the gate. 7 that couldn't get to heaven. 6 was 6 that couldn't get 6. 5 was 5 that come back alive. 4 was 4 that stood at the door. 3 were the Hebrew children. 2 was the ball and Silas. 1 was a little bitty baby boy. In Bethlehem. Children, go where I send thee. How you gonna send me? Yeah. I'm gonna send you 10 to 10, because 10 to 10 that couldn't get in. 9 9 that come in behind. 8 is the 8 that stood at the gate. 7 7 that couldn't get to heaven. 6 6 that couldn't get 6. 5 that come back alive. 4 that stood at the door. Silence. In Bethlehem.
Well, Ernie, you know, it's been many...
Ernie! I've been everywhere, but I've made it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's George Lindsay.
I bet you never thought you'd see this again.
Never thought I'd ever see it again, George.
But I know you'd be lost without your bone. Happy 50 years.
Thank you, George.
Oh, yes.
Now, you are probably asking yourselves, why is George Goebel sitting down at his table? So, to tell you the truth now, the director wanted me to stand up there in the spotlight and do it standing up, and I wanted to do this piece lying down in my dressing room. So I met him halfway. I want to talk about culture. You can go ahead and laugh if you want to. And Ernie did an opera by a fella, what was his name? Bizet was his name. And it was all about a beautiful cigarette girl named Carmen and an army officer named Don Jose and the most fearless, handsomest, best-loved bullfighter and of all of Spain. His name was Escamillo. Now, I want you to guess which part Ernie played. That's right, neighbors. He was Carmen, the cigarette girl. Here's a down-home helping of Ernie's musical probe into the ageless question, why do bullfighters wear those funny pants?
Love waits for you.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
George Goebel.
Ernie, I bet you're wondering why we're still back here in Tennessee and not celebrating with you out there in Hollywood. Well, the truth is, when they said you was gonna have a wing-ding out there in your old stomping grounds, we all come here to the farm, and we've been waiting for you now going on 3 days. Congratulations, Ernie, from me and Ramona and Roy and the rest of the gang. Salute, Ernie!
You talk about a guy who has made things happen, good things. I don't know of any entertainer who has made more good things happen for country music artists than Tennessee Ernie Ford. He has changed all the old traditional assumptions about American music. First, he proved to all the skeptics that a country music singer could successfully headline his own primetime network television show. His TV show opened television doors to many, many country music singers who followed him. Then Ernie showed all of us that labels don't count for much anymore. Calling a singer country, western, popular, rock, spiritual, whatever, with equal ease, Ernie could sing a Hank Williams country heart song or a Cole Porter sophisticated show tune, even an ageless old spiritual. And all he ever asked was, is it a good song? Do people enjoy it and like to hear it? And after all, isn't that what entertaining is really all about? I have played and sung country music all over the world, but my 2 tours of Russia have to be the highlights. Well, it really began back in 1974 with the very first country music group that toured Russia. That show was headed by Tennessee Ernie Ford. It was the first time the Russian people had ever been exposed much to real American music. The Soviets loved it. Because of tours like this first Russian tour, today American country music is truly international, and we have all benefited. Thanks to people like him, country music artists can play and sing in any hall, anywhere in the world. When you need somebody to talk about the good things Tennessee Ernie Ford has done, I'm your man. I love you, Ernie, and congratulations on 50 years.
World class. You know, these days the term legend is almost taken for granted, but not by anyone who knows our next guest. They'll tell you that he came by it the old-fashioned way. He earned it. He's known as one of the great band leaders of Western swing, one of the guiding forces in the recording industry and television, and he's known as the man who discovered the gentleman we honor tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the Country Music Hall of Fame, Mr. Clippy Stone.
Oh, thank you. You know, I take a great deal of pride in being here tonight to say that I am honored to be one of Ernie's personal friends, and he is one of my greatest friends. And in the studio right here where we are sitting, for 5 years we did the Thursday night Ford show. And as the producer on that show, I can tell you we had some wonderful times here, didn't we, Ernie? Yes, you bet. And they were great shows, and we had some of the most terrific, talented people in the world helping us out. I know you will remember with me the first time that you met this wonderful lady. Ernie, see if you remember, now listen to this, if you remember the night that you and this young lady and our dear friend Merle Travis brought the house down with this particular song.
Jim likes thick smoke, and I like music.
Make them know it.
You'll never make a wife to a home loving man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Molly B. Molly.
Thank you so much. Golly, being here certainly brings back a lot of memories.
You bet, Molly.
Oh, you know, actually, some of the greatest experiences that I've had in show business naturally happened because of two people. My love, Clippy Stone, and my other love, Tennessee Ernie Ford. Because, Ernie, you really changed the world for me, and you know I'll always love you for it. But you have to understand it's not really unusual for Ernie to change people's lives. That kind of came naturally to him. And one of the things that he always said that made the Ford shows really exciting for him was finding new and talented young people and giving them the breaks that he thought they deserved. I remember two kids, Cliff, from Kentucky that Ernie had on the show one night. Do you happen to recall that?
Do I ever?
Hey, bird dog, get away from my chick. Hey, bird dog, you better get away quick. Bird dog, you better find a cheeky little ugly
Ladies and gentlemen, the Everly Brothers.
bird dog, you better leave my rubber-dub alone. Hey, bird dog, get away from my chick. Hey, bird dog, you better get away quick. Bird dog, you better find a chicken little of your own. Oh, you better. All I have to do is dream, 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 dream. When I feel blue in the night and I need you to hold me tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine, anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream, 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 dream.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you for the many years ago for having us on your show, and we're glad to be back.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure, sir.
Glad to see you
Highest
both.
respect.
Glad to see you both.
Bye-bye.
Great. Sounds great. Show called the Andy Griffith Uptown Downtown Show. And Don Knotts and Ernie Ford were the guests. And that week, that show was #1. Now, I don't know whether it was Don or Ernie or me, maybe all three of us. But anyway, we had a line of girls, dancers, on the show. And during rehearsal, after about 3 days into it, one of the dancing girls had these awful, old, run-down tennis shoes. So Ernest took up a collection and bought a new pair of tennis shoes for Goldie Hawn. So Ernie, Goldie sends her best, too.
Ernie, here's your longtime friend and fellow Tennessean, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Dinah Shore.
And, oh, sweet thing, I'm here to talk about your music and your songs. The variety of it is staggering, from pop songs to country and western to hymns to patriotic music to opera and to operetta. All of it fun and sad and sweet and funny, and every single one of them in that big, round, fat, gorgeous baritone voice of yours. I remember one special show we did. We were on my show, and we were sitting on a log, and you were about to sing a really, really, really big hit song of yours, and you snapped your fingers to the rhythm, and I'm going to tell you, I don't know anybody who has a more creative, more enthusiastic, louder, or crisper finger snap than old Ern. And I commented on this with an unfortunate choice of words. Do you remember? Well, it's all right. The times have changed. I can tell you now. You remember. I said, you've got some snapper there. The song, of course, was 16 Tons, and it was written by that great, great friend of yours and great songwriter, Merle Travis. And it was arranged by your longtime conductor and dear friend, Jack Passionato. Ernie's recording of that song was one of the all-time best-selling records in the history of the recording business. At last count, I think it was something like 20 million copies. America, listen to this. The gentleman from Tennessee is going to sing it for you. Mr. Ernie Ford and 16 Tons.
people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load the 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. I picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons, a number 9 coal, and the straw boss said, well, bless my soul, you load 16 tons. And what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. I was born one morning, it was drizzle and rain. Fighting and trouble are my middle name. I was raised in the canebrake by an old mama lion. Can't no high-toned woman make me walk the line. You load the 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load the 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
You remember the first time you sang 16 tons?
Mm-hmm.
It was, I do too. Well, I don't, but they told me. It was at the Indiana State Fair in 1955. That's 30 years ago.
That's right.
Awesome and impressive. The immense volume of music that Ernie has given us through these years. We just had a teeny-weeny sample of it, but there's an even bigger part that we're about to hear. This is a different music, a music that has a deeper meaning for all of us, and it will bring us face to face with some of the most touching memories that Ernie has ever achieved in this long and wonderful and beautiful career. Now, not just anybody could tell you this story. It has to be told by somebody who, like you, has lived and loved this music, and that someone is one of the loveliest people I know. Great entertainer, great friend, great singer, Miss Della Reese.
Oh.
Thank you so much. I'm going to tell you something about Tennessee Ernie Ford that most people don't know. Something truly phenomenal. To this date, the album of his recordings number 124. 124 albums. That's an incredible number of albums. But even more overwhelming is that of those 124 albums, 84 of them are religious albums, hymns, gospels, spirituals. Nearly 25 million copies of Ernie's religious albums have been sold and bought by people everywhere in the world. And Ernie, look what I got.
Oh.
Huh? The beginning, the very first of the 84.
First one.
It was entitled simply Hymns, and it was released in 1956. This album was on the Billboard magazine charts for 300 consecutive weeks. Now that's something. That's something. And I want you to know it was something that nobody thought was possible. But we know, don't we, Ernie?
We know.
We know that all things are possible with God.
You bet.
Ernie Ford will always be known and remembered as the man who popularized gospel music. So many, many times I've had the privilege to sing these songs with Ernie, and it is a most moving experience. It's filled with overflowing love and feelings and awe and wonderment. You just know that he deeply believes every word he is singing. He always closes his performances, you know, with the song of faith, whether it's on television or radio or before audiences in some faraway place. And so as we near the end of this very special hour, it's fitting that we let the man we honor, do the thing that he loves to do more than anything else. I want you to watch with me and listen with me as Ernie sings to us.
Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold.
My dear and very beautiful friend, all of your life, you've used your glorious voice to bring the message to millions of people all over the world. And God loves you for it. And so do all these people in here this evening. And so do all the millions of people around the country who are watching tonight. And I know, Ern, if they could all say one thing to you right now, I believe that one thing would be, God bless your pea-picking heart. I love you.
There you are, girls, right there. Hold the pose. I'll never ever forget that moment. I was so nervous, and it was my first real break in television, and Ernie gave it to me. And on that first day of the first season of Ernie's ABC series from San Francisco 27 years ago. And now, here we are again, Ern, only this time, I get to do the honors. Tonight, we've heard some of the greatest stars in this business that we love honor a man that we all truly love, celebrating 50 golden years of entertaining all of America and all of the world. And I think it's time that we heard from the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tennessee Ernie Ford.
I've never found it very often in my career to where I could say I was at a loss for words. But right now, my heart is so full, and words come a little bit tough. But looking at these dear faces that I've been with over the years, and the memories and the film clips and the times we've had when we've laughed together and sang together and danced together, and we did a little praying together every once in a while too. But what great memories, what you've done for me tonight is unforgettable. I say thank you, Maud and T.C. That's my mom and daddy. And then, of course, how long does it say to say thank you to Cliffy, to Jim, to the people that I've worked with here, to Frank, to Burl, my friends, dear Minnie Pearl. Every time I had her as a guest on my show, the rating went up another 15 points. She was marvelous. But, and to my two fine sons, Buck and Brian, I'm very proud of. They've now given me 3 grandchildren, and 1 on the way to be here in November. And I can't afford any more. But to all of you, it's this is a great moment. And I can say without fear of being contradicted that I am a man most richly blessed. And thanks to all of you who have had a part in it. You have made this night for me, which as long as the good Lord lets me live, I'll remember this night all my life. And to dear Jim and to everybody, and I thank you so very, very much.
All good things have to come to an end, and we're about time to say good night, and I'm not going to do it. I think I'm going to leave that to you, old buddy, if you would.
Good night, and bless your little pea-picking heart.
Yeah!